A very warm good afternoon to all of you. Dear students, as you all know that we are studying about chapter heredity and evolution, and so far in this chapter we have studied about heredity, okay, about variation, about Gregor Johann Mendel, who is known as the father of genetics, and then we have studied that he took Pisum sativum as his research material, okay, and he chose 7 characters in those Pisum sativum, okay. And here I will tell you, okay, that first was your height of the plant. It was tall, it was dwarf, okay. Then after that we have studied about flower position, okay, flower position. It would be your axillary, okay, or it can be your terminally. What is this? Means flower can be present in your axillary also, or it can be your terminally. But when it is present in your axillary, it is dominant feature, okay. Dominant feature means it will express itself, okay. With the passage of time you will understand that when I am saying expressing, what does it mean, okay. So student, terminal. Next is your flower color, okay. It would be your purple, it can be your white. Student, in short I can say that these are the contrasting trait. Contrasting trait means या तो प्लांट टॉल होगा, या तो प्लांट शॉर्ट होगा, या तो फ्लावर पर्पल होगा, या तो फ्लावर व्हाइट होगा, okay. So means these are the contrasting character. There is no third feature. Then your pod shape. It would be your inflated or constructed. What is this pod? It is fali, okay, chilka, okay. Inflated means here like this, and constructed means like a tamarind, okay. It would be like this. Then your pod color, it would be your green and yellow. Then your seed shape, that would be your round and wrinkled. Then your seed color, it would be your yellow and green, okay. Count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So 7 character he chose, okay. Now student, today we will study about the important terms that is important in your heredity and evolution, okay. Student, first is your dominant trait. As I have told you here, okay, that tallness is a dominant trait. Axillary position of the flower is a dominant trait, means it will express itself, okay. What does it mean, students? It means, student, for example, this is your parent plant, okay, and capital T represent that is your tall plant, and then small t, it will represent your dwarf plant, okay. And then when they will fuse together, they will form a new generation, okay. This is known as F1 generation, okay. Students, so in this you need to tell me that what would be the phenotype of this. What is this phenotype? Phenotype means how it will look like, okay. It is also important term, means the physical appearance of this progeny. It would be capital T and small t. It means it would be tall, because we have studied that tallness is the dominant character, okay. So in that way, and here your capital T is dominant trait. Here, as it is given here, that it expresses itself in the presence or absence of the recessive trait, okay. This is your dominant trait and this is your recessive trait, okay. Though it is present here, no, but don't worry about it ki whether this is present or not, it will express itself. Whereas in case of your recessive trait, okay, it will express itself only in the absence of the dominant trait. Means when your both small t would be there, at that time only the plant would be dwarf, okay. These recessive traits, they will express themselves, okay. They will show their effect only when they are present in the same form, okay, that is in the homozygous form, okay. I hope so that you have got. Now next term is your student allele. These are your alleles only. One gene is formed of 2 alleles, okay, and this is the gene of your height, and it is formed of 2 alleles, okay. That is capital T, it is responsible for tallness, and small t is responsible for your dwarfness. But this small t will express only when your capital T is not present, as it has shown here, okay. Students, suppose if in spite of small t, it would be capital T and small t, okay, then okay, then it would be your tall plant only and not a dwarf plant. Why? Because capital T is here dominant. Understood? And then next is your student genotype. This is only genotype, okay, that is capital T and small t is your genotype. And what would be the phenotype? Phenotype is your tallness, means how it is, how the physical appearance of the plant or of an organism, that is the phenotype. And what type of alleles are present inside it, those are your genotype. Next is a homozygous. Student, when same type of alleles are present, then it is known as homozygous, and when different type of alleles are present, then it is known as heterozygous. Okay, so I hope so that you have got an idea about important terms which we will study in heredity and evolution. First we have studied about dominant trait. Okay, what are dominant trait? They will express themselves in the presence or absence of your recessive trait, whereas recessive trait, they will express themselves only in the absence of your dominant trait. Then we have studied about alleles. Okay, they are the different form of a given gene. Okay, that is capital T responsible for tallness and small t is responsible for the dwarfness. Then phenotype. Phenotype means physical appearance of a given organism. Okay, for example, it will be your tall, it will be also your tall. Why? Because here capital T is your dominant. Then genotype means what type of alleles are there, whether capital T is there or capital T or small t or small t or small t. Then last we have studied about homozygous and heterozygous. Homozygous means, student, when similar type of alleles are present, then it is known as homozygous, but when different type of alleles are present, then it is known as heterozygous. Okay, student, I hope so that you have got an idea, but if still there is any query, please feel free to call me. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.